Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakha Hakwadash. Bless you, Yahweh. Bless you, Yahweh Shai. Bahasham Rakha Hakwadash. In the name of Holy Spirit. Kahalayim La. Allahayanawa, Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakha Hakwadash. All praise to our power, our Father, Yahweh, in the name Yahweh Shai, in the name of Holy Spirit. Double honor to our teachers, the elder apostles and elder bishops, Great Millstone, who still well. Peace and blessing and salutations to the elect of Israel. Peace and blessing to the house of David, the elect, beginning with the 144,000, as well as the 1/3, and the innumerable multitude of Israelites scattered among the nations. The different men, women, and little ones, little boys and little girls, whom Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, is going to have mercy on this time, whoever you may be. Shalom, Yasharala, peace, Israel. This your brother Kazak from GMS, Mississippi, former member of GMS Chicago, but I'm still with those brothers in the spirit. Back at you once again through the spirit, power, and mercy of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And what I want to get into real quick is the real reason why 7 women will take hold of one man. The real reason why 7 women shall take hold of one man. Okay? And brothers know why. You know, brothers have a good understanding of the scriptures. For brothers that get into this topic. But I was recently reading a certain translation of the Bible, and you know, something stuck out to me as I was reading the book of the prophet Isaiah, in particular chapter 4, which is how I got the topic for this video here. So I'm gonna, read this for you, and I pray this is edifying. Once again, the topic is the real reason why 7 women shall take hold of one man, the reason behind it. So let's get it, man. Just bear with me, Baba Kusha. This is the Bible version we about to get into right here. It's called the Living Bible. The Living Bible paraphrased. Okay? And I'll flip the camera for you. The Living Bible paraphrased. And we just gonna get right into it, okay? And I have the book of the prophet Isaiah bookmarked, So let's go to chapter 3 towards the end. We're gonna read the end of chapter 3, and we're gonna go into chapter 4. This is the real reason why 7 women shall take hold of one man. All right, now we know what it says in the KJV. You can read what it says in the KJV, in the King James Version, read that. But also, I'm going to read this for you, which once again, this is the Living Bible. All right. And to show you when this was printed. Because I'm a Jake, man. I'm into different books, a lot of older books. So this particular copy here was printed in 1974, Okay, and this same Bible publishing company, they're responsible for printing other types of Bibles and other types of books. This particular copy here was printed in 1974. March 1974. Okay. So let's get it, man. All right. The Living Bible paraphrased. We're going to read Isaiah chapter 3 towards the end, and we're going to read into chapter 4, okay? So let's go. The book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 3, and we're going to start at verse 25. Okay, this will have to be verse 25 right here. It says, all their beauty will be gone. Speaking about the daughters of Zion, speaking about Israelite women, because they're about to catch hell in this society when this society collapses. All their beauty will be gone. All that will be left to them is shame and disgrace. Their husbands will die in battle. Right. Because they're going to be drafted for this third world's war. And a lot of them are going to die over here in the States. They're going to die from these riots. They're going to die from starvation. You know, they're going to be hauled off to these different camps, these different detainment centers, you know, die from different diseases, you name it, getting shot down by martial law troops. So they're going to die in battle. The women ravaged, which is going to happen to a lot of our women. The women ravaged shall sit crying on the ground, pretty much destitute, you know, not having any help. And you can read basically this same thing happening. You can read in the book of the prophet Esdras. Read 2nd Esdras chapter 16. It gives you this same glimpse of what's to come, you know. All right, it paints the same picture. So let's read chapter 4 now. This is the point I want to, you know, allude to. This is the point I want to elaborate on, okay? Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1. Once again, this is in the Living Bible. The Living Bible paraphrased. Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1. At that time, so few men will be left alive that 7 women will fight over each of them and say, let us all marry you. We will furnish our own food and clothing. Only let us be called by your name so that we won't be mocked as old maids. Basically, so they won't be left alone, you know, so they're not going to want to be single during that time, you know, because if a woman is single, she's classified as a widow in the scriptures. But what the beloved apostle Paul said, you know, what did the beloved apostle Paul say? He willed that the younger women marry, you know, so that they're not widows, you know. But let's read this again. In this context, I'm just reading it for what it say. Isaiah 4:1. At that time, so few men will be left alive that 7 women will fight over each of them. 7 women shall take hold of 1 man. Right? And say, let us all marry you. We will furnish our own food and clothing. Only let us be called by your name so that we won't be mocked as old maids. Basically, so they won't be washed up, you know, so they won't be good for nothing. Because feminism is failing you women, and it's really going to fail you when that time comes. You know, you wanting to be feminist, you're not wanting to be a wife, not wanting to, you know, bear offspring. You just want to live off, you know, live off the American dream, live the American way of life, which is what you pursuing your career, you know, pursuing a career in this society. But that's going to disappoint you women, because we're approaching a time where it's only going to be about survival, and it's only going to be about the favor of the Lord, the favor from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. But I just want to read this, bro. You know, read it out of this translation of the Bible, you know, because to me, it better paints the picture of why 7 women will take hold of 1 man, because it's not going to be many men left. And why? You read the previous chapter, it says their husbands will die in battle. You know? So it's going to be few men left. And the scriptures tell us, well, let's go to chapter 13. All right. We're in the same book, book of the prophet Isaiah. We're going to read chapter 13 and verse 12. Men will be as scarce as gold, of greater value than the gold of Ophir. Now it's worded differently, you know, but for what it is, I like it, you know. That's why I'm reading out of it. Men will be scarce as gold. Men will be as scarce as gold. Few men left. So men are going to be a rare commodity. You know, we going to be the precious thing in the earth. And there's already more women than men. Women already outnumber men. But it's going to be even more, less men the days approaching, you know. The time we're approaching, there's going to be a great loss of men. You know, few in number, and something that is few in number is viewed more precious as opposed to something that's in a great quantity. You know, I'm gonna say that again. Something is more valuable when there's less of it, as opposed to when there's more of something. There's one saying that we used when I was in art class back in middle school, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a Jake, I was in the art. You know, our art teacher pretty much was going into the phrase quality over quantity. You have what's called quality over quantity. Because let's say you produce some artwork, you know, you make one painting that's very beautiful. You spend a lot of time on it. You put a lot of time and energy into it. Spent a lot of money on the material, you know, the different medium, you know, to produce this particular painting. And it has more value as opposed to something you didn't put much time in, but you have a lot of it. You have a lot of pieces of it, you know. Or let's say you may have one particular piece of art. You have an original, but as opposed to the original, you have a bunch of copies of that, you know, that piece of artwork. The original is more valuable as opposed to those copies, you know. Just making an example, you have what's called quality over quantity. The quality of something is more valuable as opposed to the number of something, you know, because there's not a lot of number when it pertains to quality. Quality is something that's rare, and you even see that in Esau Edom world when it comes to certain automobiles. You got, you know, certain cars. It takes a lot of time for Edom to manufacture. Well, you got certain cars that are literally put together with real manual labor, you know, as opposed to, you know, cars made in the factory. You know, you got certain cars that may take months to make, months or maybe close to a year, but you got certain cars they're made in a day. So you tell me which one is more valuable, you know? What takes more time? And the Lord put time into you elect brothers, man. Like it tells us in 2 Ezra chapter 9, you know, with great labor he made y'all perfect. You know, he's putting work into you. He's making you a quality Israelite for you brothers, man. So you're a quality Israelite, and on top of that, there's not going to be many men left in this society. So who people going to be looking for? In particular, women. Who these women going to be looking for? They're going to be looking for you brothers, man. You know? But it's something that just stuck out to me, you know, reading this and mainly going back to the 4th chapter. Okay? Reading this again. Isaiah 4:1. At that time, at that time, so few men will be left alive that 7 women will fight over each of them and say, let us all marry you. We will furnish our own food and clothing. Only let us be called by your name so that we won't be mocked as old maids. Now it's worded differently, but you get the gist of it, you know. so few men will be left. All right. So where the women gonna go? And they gonna be looking for help, because we're approaching the time it's gonna be all about survival, you know. But yeah, I pray this is edifying, man, you know. But I'm gonna say this, above there being a few men left, because that's gonna be evident, it's gonna be also showed that you brothers are the chosen, which that's also written in 2nd Esdras. There's a lot of heat in the book of 2nd Esdras, you know. But you know, 2nd Esdras chapter 16, towards the end, it says, "Then shall it be known who are my chosen." You know. So men gonna be rare in that day. It's gonna be few men left, but especially you elect brothers. You know, because it's gonna be revealed who the Lord's men are. You know, and that's really who these women gonna be looking for in that time. But yeah, I pray this is edifying. You know, it's edifying. I want to give all praise to our power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. Shalom.